4 current state troopers and 2 former state troopers, along with 2 other individuals, have been indicted on multiple counts. 3 counts of conspiracy to falsify records, 3 counts of conspiracy to commit extortion, 3 counts of extortion, 6 counts of honest services mail fraud, 31 counts of falsification of records, 27 counts of false statements, and 1 count of perjury. This shocking CDL bribery scandal, reported in January of this year, didn't get the attention it truly deserved. This case involves falsifying CDL test results in exchange for bribes, with allegations of conspiracy, extortion, and corruption in the CDL licensing process. Stick around as we break down the details of this indictment and the serious consequences these individuals are facing. Here's what happened. 6 individuals have been charged in connection with a scheme to give passing scores to CDL applicants who either failed the test or didn't even take it. And who's involved? Several Massachusetts state police officers. The individuals charged are Gary Cedarquist, Calvin Butner, Perry Mendes, Joel Rogers, Scott Camara, and Eric Matheson. These 6 are facing allegations of falsifying records, conspiracy, extortion, and even perjury. These troopers were so arrogant and blatant in their deeds that they seemed to believe they were shielded from the law or above it entirely. Their confidence was such that they openly admitted and recorded their actions in text messages, as if they had nothing to fear. The casualness of their communication shows a level of disregard for consequences that is truly callous. For those unfamiliar with the CDL process, the skills test is no joke. It's a rigorous in-person exam that tests a driver's ability to safely operate a commercial vehicle. It includes 3 segments: vehicle inspection, basic control skills, and the road test. It's designed to make sure commercial drivers have the knowledge and ability to handle large vehicles safely. Passing this test is mandatory for those wanting to get a Class A or Class B CDL. The CDL skills test is not an easy one. According to the indictment, in the most recent years for which data is available, more than half of applicants did not pass. In 2019, 48% of applicants passed, 44% in 2020, and 41% in both 2019 and 2020, 2021, and 2022. But between 2019 and early 2023, it's alleged that this group of troopers conspired to help at least 17 applicants cheat the system. These applicants received passing scores even when they should have failed, or in some cases they didn't even take the test at all. So how did they pull this off? Investigators say the scheme was led by Sergeant Gary Cedarquist, who was in charge of the CDL unit. He and the other troopers allegedly used a code word, golden, to signal which applicants would receive special treatment. These applicants, many of whom performed poorly, still received passing scores. Here are some of the text messages uncovered during the investigation. One message read, "Your buddy passed yesterday. He owes you." That's an automatic fail, leaving the door open. Another said, "This guy's a mess. He owes you big time." These texts show how far these troopers went to manipulate the system for their benefit. The applicants paid for their golden treatment with money and extravagant gifts. The perks were diverse: luxury bottled water brands like Fiji, Voss, and Essentia, cases of Arizona iced tea, coffee and tea products, landscaping work, a storage shed, a plunge pool, a snowblower, and services like paving a driveway worth around $10,000. You can find a copy of the indictment in the description box. The alleged scheme also extended to other Massachusetts state police troopers, giving them Class A CDLs without even passing the skills test or driving a proper vehicle. The consequences are severe. The individuals involved face charges that could result in up to 20 years in prison, along with fines of up to $250,000. That's serious time and serious money. The Registry of Motor Vehicles is also taking action. All CDL holders involved in this scandal are being reevaluated. If they're found to be unqualified, their licenses will be revoked. This case isn't just about those charged. It could affect the safety of roads across Massachusetts. According to the RMV, they discovered over 24 drivers holding CDLs who had not legitimately passed the test and promptly took action against each of them. Here's what a spokesperson for the RMV had to say, quote, "The 26 individuals identified are no longer permitted to operate a commercial motor vehicle. and their licenses have been downgraded to a Class D passenger license. They are unable to obtain a commercial driver's license in the future without first confirming eligibility and taking and passing all required commercial permit and skills tests." End quote. Here's where things get even more concerning. Some sources suggest there may be systemic issues within the CDL testing process in Massachusetts, specifically regarding overtime pay for DOT troopers. These claims imply that certain practices might encourage inefficiencies and potential abuse, such as failing students to create a backlog and thus increase the need for more overtime work, with overtime policies creating unintended incentives. However, it's important to emphasize that these allegations are not confirmed, and not all troopers are involved in such practices. Many are dedicated to their jobs and committed to keeping our roads safe. But it's crucial to shine a light on those who exploit the system for personal gain. This scandal raises important questions about the integrity of CDL testing and why it's essential to ensure that drivers on the road are fully qualified. These licenses certify that drivers have the skills needed to operate large, heavy vehicles safely. Cheating the system is dangerous and puts public safety at risk. This case is still ongoing, and we'll keep you updated as more information becomes available. For now, it's a reminder that the CDL system must remain fair and reliable. There's no room for shortcuts when it comes to public safety. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever heard of something like this happening in the trucking industry? Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more updates on trucking news and industry tips. Stay safe on the road, everyone.